Let's talk about something that truly empowers you to shape your life: discipline and self-control. Have you ever noticed how easily we can get swept away by the tide of our impulses, those little urges that whisper promises of instant gratification? A tempting notification on your phone, a craving for a sugary treat, the allure of just 5 more minutes of scrolling through social media. These seemingly small choices can subtly steer us off course, diverting our energy from the things that truly matter. Today we're going to delve into the art of mastering these impulses, of harnessing the power of discipline and self-control to navigate the currents of daily life and steer ourselves towards the shores of our aspirations. And we'll do this by exploring the wisdom of the Stoics, a philosophy that has resonated through centuries, offering timeless insights into the human condition. Think for a moment about that exhilarating feeling of motivation, that surge of energy that propels you forward when you embark on a new endeavor. It's a powerful force, isn't it? But as we all know, motivation can be as fickle as the weather. It can appear one day in full sunshine, only to vanish the next behind a cloud of distractions and inertia. This is where the Stoics offer a different perspective. They understood that relying solely on motivation is like building a house on shifting sands. True progress, they believed, is built on the solid foundation of discipline and self-control. Our brains are intricate networks of reward pathways, constantly seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. This system, driven by the neurotransmitter dopamine, plays a crucial role in our motivation. We anticipate a reward, a delicious meal, a social media notification, a completed task, and our brains release dopamine, creating a sense of anticipation and pleasure. This is the very essence of extrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from external rewards. But what happens when the reward is delayed, or when the path to achieving it is paved with challenges and setbacks? This is where extrinsic motivation often falters. Let me share a personal anecdote with you. A few years ago, I embarked on a strict dietary regimen. I meticulously planned my meals, meticulously tracked my calories, and meticulously avoided any and all temptations. Initially, I was driven by the promise of improved health and a leaner physique. The initial motivation was strong, fueled by the anticipation of the desired outcome. But as weeks turned into months, the restrictions began to take their toll. The constant vigilance, the constant denial began to erode my willpower. I found myself increasingly preoccupied with thoughts of food, constantly battling the urge to indulge in forbidden treats. The diet, which was intended to enhance my well-being, ironically became a source of stress and anxiety. It was a stark reminder that rigid discipline, devoid of self-compassion and a deeper understanding of our own psychology, can be unsustainable and even counterproductive. What I needed was not just discipline, but a shift in perspective, a more holistic approach that encompassed not just what I ate, but how I related to food, to my body, and to the very concept of self-control. The Stoics, unlike many modern approaches to self-improvement, recognize the interconnectedness of our physical and mental well-being. They emphasize the importance of cultivating virtuous habits, regular exercise, mindful eating, adequate sleep, not just for physical health, but as a foundation for mental clarity, emotional resilience, and enhanced self-control. Think about it. When you're sleep-deprived, how easy is it to resist that tempting sugary snack or to focus on a demanding task? When you're stressed and overwhelmed, your willpower reserves are depleted, making you more susceptible to impulsive decisions. This is why prioritizing our physical health is not merely a matter of aesthetics or longevity. It's an essential ingredient in the recipe for self-mastery. It's about creating the optimal conditions for our minds to flourish, to cultivate the strength and resilience needed to navigate the complexities of life. So how do we navigate the inevitable distractions and temptations that bombard us in our hyper-connected world? The Stoics offer a powerful antidote: the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is not about emptying your mind of all thoughts. It's about cultivating an awareness of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about recognizing when you're being pulled off course by a distraction, observing the urge without succumbing to it, and gently redirecting your attention back to the task at hand. Imagine a ship navigating through a stormy sea. The waves of distraction crash against the hull, threatening to capsize the vessel. But the captain, with a steady hand on the wheel, keeps the ship on course, navigating through the turbulence with skill and composure. This is the essence of Stoic self-control, not the suppression of emotions or desires, but the skillful navigation of our inner landscape. Now let's talk about the importance of setting clear and meaningful goals. In today's world, we're inundated with choices, with a seemingly endless array of possibilities. This can be both exhilarating and overwhelming. The paradox of choice, as psychologists have observed, is that having too many options can lead to paralysis, making it difficult to make any decision at all. This is why setting clear, well-defined goals is not just a productivity hack. It's a compass that guides us through the labyrinth of possibilities. Think of Steve Jobs, a visionary leader who understood the power of focus. He famously said that focus is not just about saying yes to the right things. It's about saying no to 1,000 other good ideas. It's about prioritizing, about channeling your energy into the pursuits that truly align with your values and aspirations. The Stoics emphasize the virtue of diligence, a concept that goes beyond mere hard work. Diligence is about approaching our tasks with purpose, with intention, and with a commitment to excellence. It's about finding meaning in the process, not just the outcome. Think about the difference between a busy life and a productive life. Many people are perpetually busy, constantly rushing from one task to another, yet they often feel a sense of emptiness, a lack of fulfillment. A diligent life, on the other hand, is characterized by focused effort, by a sense of purpose that permeates every action. It's about aligning your actions with your values, creating a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Remember the story of Hercules at the crossroads? He was presented with two paths, the path of pleasure, promising ease and indulgence, and the path of virtue, demanding effort and sacrifice. Hercules, with wisdom beyond his years, chose the path of virtue, the path that led to true greatness. This ancient tale reminds us that the path to fulfillment is not always the easiest, but it is always the most rewarding. It's a call to align our choices with our values, to embrace the challenges that lead to growth and self-discovery. Now, let's delve into the fascinating realm of neuroscience, exploring the concept of brain plasticity. Our brains are not static entities. They are constantly adapting, rewiring themselves in response to our experiences. This remarkable capacity for change, known as neuroplasticity, is what allows us to learn new skills, form new habits, and overcome old patterns. Think of it like carving a new path through a dense forest. The first few times you walk that path, it's overgrown, challenging, and perhaps even a little daunting. But with each pass, the path becomes clearer, easier to navigate. The same principle applies to habit formation. The more we repeat a behavior, the more ingrained it becomes in our neural pathways. This is why consistency is key to cultivating lasting change. Let me share a glimpse into my own routine. I've found that alternating periods of intense focus with periods of deep rest is essential for maintaining productivity and preventing burnout. I dedicate specific blocks of time to focused work, minimizing distractions and immersing myself fully in the task at hand. Then I intentionally disconnect, allowing myself time to recharge, to reflect, and to nurture my creative energies. This rhythm of work and rest is not just a time management strategy. It's a recognition of our inherent need for balance. It's about honoring the natural rhythms of our bodies and minds, creating a sustainable approach to achieving our goals. So, how can you apply these principles to your own life? It begins with a shift in perspective, with recognizing that discipline is not a form of self-punishment, but a form of self-empowerment. It's about cultivating the ability to choose your actions consciously, aligning them with your values and aspirations. It's about recognizing that true freedom comes not from indulging every impulse, but from mastering yourself, from developing the inner strength to choose what truly matters. It's about understanding that the journey to self-mastery is not a sprint, but a marathon, a continuous process of learning, growing, and evolving. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the small victories, and remember that the power to shape your destiny lies within you. Cultivate the art of discipline and unlock the extraordinary within. The path may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. The journey itself is the destination.